After watching last night's finals game, it's tied 1-1 with the Miami Heat going against the Denver Nuggets. Definitely looked like it's going to shake up to be a very interesting series. But in the midst of that, a former Clippers player that played for the Denver Nuggets, or that plays for the Denver Nuggets now, definitely has a special message, for the Clippers and Clippersnation. And I definitely think that, it's a message that, might touch a lot of Clippers fans, and I'm pretty sure it already has. And the player I'm talking about is DeAndre Jordan. He used to play for the Clippers back in the day, with CP3 and Blake Griffin as their superstar. And, they had a very interesting team. They had a lot of good pieces. They were called Lob City. They were a really good team, but they never could get over the hump and win a championship. And, just listening to DeAndre Jordan, you can actually check it out on the sites and, look at it yourself and read more about the article and everything. But listen to DeAndre Jordan just speak about, his opportunity with the Nuggets and possibly winning a championship. He says it's definitely exciting. He says it's definitely, it's surreal to be in an opportunity like this, even though he's not playing the way he used to, being a part of the team, actually, being the starting lineup and contributing. But just cheering for the team and being there and being one of the leaders in the locker room and giving the younger guys support, all the support they need to go out here and, play at a high level the way they're playing, it's definitely a good thing. And I thought when he was talking to the reporter, I thought it was really good to hear that, some Clippers fans are actually, pulling for, Reggie Jackson, because Reggie Jackson is on the Nuggets, with DeAndre Jordan, and he's like fresher, coming off a fresh trade, more so than DeAndre, because, DeAndre Jordan, he's been around for, who knows, 10, 12 seasons, something like that, or a little bit longer. So he's been around a long time. Reggie Jackson's been around a while too, but he just came off the Clippers, just got traded, this past season, which was a shock to some Clippers fans, but not a shock to some others. But either way, what was said to DeAndre was that, Clippers fans are pulling for Reggie Jackson to get a championship, and some are pulling for the Nuggets to win just so Reggie Jackson can get a championship along with, former Clippers player DeAndre Jordan. And, just hearing that definitely put a smile on DeAndre Jordan's face. And then he went on to say that, he was very grateful for the Clippers fans. He's always going to have a special place in his heart for the Clippers fans. He's always going to, basically praise Clippers fans because they gave him an opportunity to really, be a starting center in the league and, play at his highest heights. And he's probably, actually, if you want to be technical, he probably got his biggest contracts, with the Clippers, maybe there amongst other teams. So, you got to factor all that in, what I'm saying? I think DeAndre Jordan definitely factored all that in his brain throughout the years. And just, going from team to team, not having real opportunity to even be in a finals, except now, is a huge accomplishment for him. What I'm saying? I definitely, proud of the situation that he's in. Good for him that he's in the situation. The Nuggets, I personally can't stand the Nuggets myself. But, like I said, if he could win a championship and get him and Reggie and get a championship out of it, good for them. Because they didn't have an opportunity to do it while they was in a Clippers jersey or Clippers uniform. So, they get an opportunity to win a championship elsewhere, then, hey, you go with that, and definitely you roll with that because that's where that's where they lie at now. That's where they at now. That's where they are. That's where Reggie Jackson is. He's part of the Nuggets. I don't know if he'll be there after this season, but even still, if he's not, he had a chance to be in the NBA Finals and experience what it's like being at that elite level of basketball, something that he might not have experienced before. And, hopefully that works out well, for him and his chances. But either way, it's going to be a challenge because, like I said, now the series is tied 1-1 going back to Miami for 2 games. You got to, if you're a Clippers fan, if you're a Nuggets fan, and or some Clippers fans who I see that might be pulling for the Nuggets just because former Clipper players are on there, you got to hope that the Nuggets can definitely steal one, in Miami, because a lot of people thought that the Nuggets would go 2-0 in the first 2 games because they just looked so unbeatable in the first game. And Miami found a way to pry a game away from them on their home court, in the Nuggets home court, and now the Miami's going back to see if they can seize home court with the 2 home games they have. So I mean, it's definitely going to be a long series, I believe, because I mean, one team is very offensively inclined, which is the Denver Nuggets, because they got so much spacing, so much shooters, and so much depth all around scoring wise. It makes them hard to compete with. And then on top of that, you got the Miami Heat, the scrappy. They play ugly at times, but they get it done, and they play very, very tough on defense. And when they play sound on defense, Miami is definitely one of the best teams in the league, because they got one of the best coaches in Eric Spoelstra, who can make adjustments on the fly, and they seem to just work. You know, even though they have undrafted players and a lot of guys who probably shouldn't be where they are right now in the NBA Finals in some people's eyes because they're not good enough, but they're making it work. And like I said, when they play scrappy and tough on defense and, play together, they're a very tough team to beat, especially when Jimmy Butler is playing halfway decent himself, along with Bam Adebayo. So, I mean, the series is definitely going to be interesting, but it's a lot more cheering other Clippers fans and Nuggets fans going to have to do, because the Nuggets are going to need all they can, because they're not going to be able to just run over the Heat the way they thought they might be able to, especially since now the series is tied. But we'll have to see how it all triculates and everything. But regardless, I'm glad Clippers fans have it in their heart to pull for former players, and when they have an opportunity to win a championship, even though they didn't have an opportunity to win a championship with the Clippers. But it's good to hear that. DeAndre Jordan is definitely glad to hear it. I'm pretty sure DeAndre Jordan would be even happier if the Nuggets could find a way to pull out this championship. But hey, we'll see what happens. Only time will tell.